Hello and welcome to our new playthrough slash read through, I guess in this case. Oh, I just full screen. That's cursed. No. Gotta start with a little bit of stuffedness. That was my mouse because it still double clicks. We're playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, first off, just to the Higurashi viewers, just in case you don't watch any of the other content, no, this is not replacing Higurashi, even though we've just got some really good synchronicity finishing Franbo and Higurashi in like the same week. No, this is actually taking the horror spot, not the visual novel spot, but it just happens to be a visual novel too. So yeah, um, this will once the dust settles, this will be uploaded on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But like the coming week, it'll probably be uploaded. There'll be more episodes since Higarashi's not on right now. But it's exciting. I said I would play this like a year ago. Never, never did. Never even installed it. It got requested a couple of times. So it's something I was interested in when it first came out. When was it, like 2016, 2017? That was it was kind of like the year where I stopped. Like I was anti weebing myself. I was like bored of anime, and I still kind of am. I don't really watch anime much anymore. I do the other weeb stuff, but for some reason, anime doesn't entertain me as much anymore. So like when this came out, I wasn't really interested in it, and I was sort of in like an emo visual novel phase. It's like I could read a visual novel, but I know I'm not gonna like it more than Umineko. So what's the point? Which is still kind of true. Like I don't think I'll like anything more than Umineko, but it's a bad mindset because this could be excellent too. Um, so I do know this game has gotten a lot of mainstream success. I honestly, just from all the mainstream success, I'd probably say it's the most successful visual novel, which is really interesting to me. I'm wondering what it does that can attract the mainstream audience. Because obviously, Higurashi and Umineko have been great, is great. But even then, I still don't know if I would recommend it to like someone who doesn't really watch anime or is into that stuff. But from my understanding, like people who don't even necessarily like anime have read through this or whatever, so it must have something to it, which is very intriguing to me. Um, it's not my first rodeo for horror visual novels. Obviously, we're in the middle of Higurashi. We've read Umineko. I read Sano Yuta. I mean, I guess that my visual novel catalog isn't too heavy, but those are like some classics. So we have some under my belt. I'm just wondering what it can do. Obviously, just from like the four screenshots on the Steam page and this, it's definitely a cutesy, but even though it seems cutesy, it's secretly dark and gory. Um, it's definitely a popular trend, especially in a Japanese literature at the moment. See a lot of that stuff pop up. It can be good. I mean, technically, Higurashi is like that, cutesy, and then it's not so cutesy anymore. But yeah, I'm going into this completely blind somehow. Like I said, when it came out, when all the hype was around it, I like just didn't care because I wasn't too into it. And after like starting my Higurashi playthroughs, I've learned to be omega disciplined. So if there's a chance of me reading slash playing through something, I will just not even type the first word in the title in Rudo. So besides the there's like four Steam pictures, so it's even like less than normal. Um, so it should be good. I'm assuming this is also a choice visual novel, not a kinetic. I don't know how well a kinetic novel would do mainstream. Usually for choice novels, I do like to just use a playthrough, especially when there's routes involved. I actually, again, I didn't even look up if there's routes or is it just like one true ending and a lot of bad endings. Maybe I'll maybe I'll at least look up that so I know like, oh, I should be going through routes and stuff. But I kind of just want to keep it blind because even though I don't know what it is, obviously the downside of looking at what future choices to make is it does spoil stuff. So we'll be a little messy with this one. It's for fun. It's not our main visual novel. We can have fun with it. Um, what kind of horror am I predicting other than the cutesy is not cutesy? I'm just thinking mainstream. Like I maybe jump scares. I haven't really. I mean, there are jump scares in Higurashi, but they haven't been too effective, and they're not really present a lot. I do vividly remember one in Sano, Utah that made me like yelp out loud. But maybe we'll see more jump scares. Maybe it's Dory. Again, a good pairing with cute is Door. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's a high school or whatever school genre, not drama. Okay, I'm nervous, but yeah, this should be fun. So you're seeing this on Saturday, I believe. Then following week's gonna have a couple of episodes, 3 to 4. Then when Higurashi starts back up and we get back to the flow of things, it'll be 2 a week. I don't know how long it is because of my zero prep work. I usually do a little bit of prep work, but I wasn't even planning to record today since it's kind of late. It's 1 a.m. Gotta set the mood for the horror games, so yeah. We'll see. Enough stalling. I'm pretty scuffed at stuff, so like it's I mean I guess you already saw through from the full screen thing. So if there's any issues, please let me know, or it'll take a little bit until I fix it. Hopefully it's usually the sound on the first episode, but luckily we had that dumb thing happen in in the first minute, so maybe the curse has been lifted. There's just a warning. I accidentally clicked. It was like not suitable for younger audiences. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression might not have a safe experience playing this game. Interesting. Actually giving warnings, huh? You've caught my interest. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Well, if it's highly disturbing, should 13-year-olds be playing it? I mean, let's be honest. Probably. I'm almost... We're getting there. I'm almost 10 years older than 13. Is that too loud? Maybe. Whatever. Are we watching the opening? Why not? If there is. Team Salvato. This game is not suitable for children. I wonder, I didn't see... Oh. I'm assuming this is, that seems a little loud. Let's, I'm a window gamer. Unseen text, after choices, no skips needed. You know what, let's, we can always raise it later. Let's put it at a nice midpoint. Definitely not an auto gamer. I was trying to say, is this like made by a Japanese studio? But I guess if it's called Doki Doki Literature Club, then perhaps. I like the art style. It feels very... It's not plain, but it's like... There's something about it that has a plain feel, but it looks nice, if that makes sense. I don't know, just from appearances, I'm kind of digging her look. She's cool too. Not too much of a pink-haired person, but that can always change. Okay, enough stalling. 10-minute intro. Hey, you hate to see it, but it's the first episode. Let me hype myself up a bit. New game. Oh, we get to enter our name, huh? Okay. I'm usually not a person who No space, so I guess it's just her first name. I usually like to keep... I'm the type of guy who keeps the protagonist's name the same because, you know, the developer thinks it's a good enough name for you, then it's good enough for me. But if we have to, I guess we'll go as Aiden. Hey, no voice acting. That's alright. It's been a while since a no voice acting visual novel. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Childhood friends. Got it. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. It's kind of brutal. I like the bluntness, though. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Dude, I gotta say, is this his house? It looks sick. I mean, either one, but like, look at this. I mean, that's the bus stop thing, obviously, but it's stylish. I appreciate the style. Yeah. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just saw an idol in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Which girl is it? Oh, it's the girl I like the most, just from designs. It's a little cursed since we know this is a horror game. I feel like childhood friend is target numero uno if a killer shows up or something. Gotta protect her. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Not gonna lie, when I see my name on the text box, it does kind of make me feel weird, but that's alright. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Aiden. Oh, don't say my name. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. It's like when I put my name in Persona 3. I regretted it, honestly. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. Gotta say, I am a fan of bows. I love the little bow in the hair. Hair accessories are always cool to me. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Squiddly line. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. Shut the recording. Should be fine. As we draw near, the students become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Aiden, have you decided on a club to join yet? Guess we're joining the literature club. I'm not much of a club guy. I mean, I was in the chess club in elementary school. Wasn't really in a club in high school. And I was in the anime club for 1 year of high school. University. Then I became clubless because it wasn't the best experience. A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me that you would join a club this year. I mean, literature. I am a big fan of literature in general now. Been reading a lot more novels and stuff, so honestly, I wouldn't mind joining a book club or a literature club. Did I? Oh yeah, I was in the student council for 1 year in high school, though I literally did nothing. I'm sure it was possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just by getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. I love the average life. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. It stings. I mean, I'm not a NEET, but it's it kind of hurts. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. It really sounds like we don't like her. It's kind of weird. I just seen her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I just have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. I was wondering if you hear any rain. I've been seeing lightning flashing as soon as I started recording. So that's a little cursed, but I welcome it. It's the immersion. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Big mama. Do you see that? Okay, you do. Unlucky. That's alright. I guess it's because it's window capture, not game capture. You don't need to wait up for me if it's trying to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. I mean, I would consider anime and games literature. Well, maybe not games, but at least anime literature. But I'm guessing literature, they actually mean like classical stories or just novels in general in this context. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Yo, gotta scoop the free cupcakes. Hehehe. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning that as to have planned all of this out. I let out a lunch lie. Let's take a hydration sip. Definitely don't think I'll make... Well, we'll see how long we can go. Even though I do like reading out loud, I'm not the best. My throat does give in like fairly easily in a session. Though I'll try to hit the 45-minute to hour mark. That's my usual goal. I don't know if there's chapters in this too. Be nice to see. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Honestly, think you would get a cupcake in any other club? For free? I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. So we're in second year, which is really grade 11 in Canada years, because we have 4 years of high school, not 3. So we're like, what, 17, 16? Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. She definitely looks like the president type. I like the hair clip. It's, even though it's the same color as your hair, it stands out. Nice aesthetics. Sayuri always says nice things about you. We got the pink-haired one. I like the hair accessories in every hair. It's appreciated. Got some ribbons and I don't did that hair clip as much, but I do like the ribbons. Seriously, you brought a boy? Also, I'm not good at voice acting, so like expect literally every character's voice tone to like change throughout the story. I'm just gonna have a generic girl voice and boy voice, and my boy voice I just mean my voice. Way to kill the atmosphere. Then we got her. Look at that big ribbon, dude. That's some serious hair product. Hair accessories. I respect that. I've never... I mean, you see those a lot in anime. I don't think I've ever seen a big ribbon like that in someone's hair. Like in a casual look. It really sets you apart from the rest. Aiden, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. She's like the brash, sort of, I don't know. She says what she wants type of girl. You got the purple haired one that's kind of shy. And the big bow one is confident because she can rock the big bow. And then we have like the airhead cutesy childhood friend. Maybe. Initial impressions. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Oh, I thought she said that out loud. That would have been funny. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. I gotta say, I also like Sayori's blue eyes. For some reason, I always liked blue eyes on like non-blonde girls in anime. I don't even know if that's a thing in real life. It just looks good. I mean, it looks good on blonde girls too, don't get me wrong, but since you don't see it a lot, it stands out a lot. These two have like color eyes matching their hair color, the classic. And this is Yuri, the smartest of the club. She does look intelligent. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Got another non-Japanese name in the house, I think. Is Monica a Japanese name? I don't know. That's right. It's great to see you again, Aiden. Monica smiles sweetly. Apparently we know her. We do know each other. Well, we rarely taught, but we were in the same class last year. Rocking the bright green eyes. I don't know how I feel about that. It doesn't... That's a little... I can see it being more spooky than normal, but it's not bad. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit down, Aiden. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I made some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walked over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. I don't know. What's my opinion on cupcakes? They're kind of like a mid-tier dessert for me. In recent years, I've been more and more like ranking like pies the highest, but a good cupcake. I do have a cousin who usually brings like baked cupcakes. Like she bakes them herself from scratch to family gatherings. So I haven't had it in a while since I haven't been to a family gathering, but those are usually pretty delicious. So cute. And it's a cat cupcake. I do like cats. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Yo, I just noticed she has the snaggle tooth. That's some points for Natsuki. I'll start calling their names. They're actually not too difficult. I do like the snaggle tooths. Well, I never did until Satoto had one. Now I have to like them. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Dude, from scratch icing is delicious. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? It's the classic line. Made them for you or anything. It's the full classic line. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot into a cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I am a tea fan. Though unlike, I don't take sides in the tea and coffee debate. I literally just drink them both. They're fine for me. None of them wake me up either. Chamomile tea puts me to sleep sometimes, but like I don't find green tea like that, which is what I usually drink, just because I have so much in bulk, wakes me up. And coffee doesn't really wake me up either, because I only have one cup. I know some people do multiple, but one's fine for me. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know? I believe you. I mean, little caffeine boost, soothing, relaxes your throat. It helps me during recording videos after I recorded a couple and I'm like, oh, I still want to record a video. It resets your throat a bit. Even though the last 2 times I had tea, I literally spilled it on my mouse pad, so it's a little cursed, but it's still great. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. She's a tea girl. That's some points in my book. I don't know if we're gonna have to like I mean, it's a horror game, but at the same time, you know, you can't help but like think of routes. T's a plus in my book. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home. I think this is a hydration. 1 second. Gulp. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Okay, you're the president. I mean, the other girl has the look of a president, but again, you're rocking the bow. I should have known. Hello, train. I don't know if you can hear that. I do live next to a train, so that it's our usual guest. He blesses us even at 1:22 a.m. Monica, I'm surprised. Am I not pressing enter? How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Dude, that's respectable. I cannot, even though I'm pretty opinionated, I can never really debate someone. When you're confronting someone about something, I kind of shrivel up, unless it's something I am like omega certain on, which is very rare. Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. The club struggle in Japan, where you need your club game to be 100. I'd much rather take something that I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. So sweet. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. I mean, yeah, you're right. There's like you said, 4 cute girls. Surprised there's just not any stragglers. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yay! We'll do our best. You know it. Honestly, I'm sorry I dissed you, pink-haired girl. You really are. For some reason, I'm getting a heavy Satoto vibe from you. Just the posture and the face. So that's points in my book. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Aiden, what kind of things do you like to read? I mean, actually, I haven't read a novel, like a real book, in like a couple months, but I'm definitely a mystery whodunit guy, though I kind of am starting to get into normal non-whodunit mysteries. I like horror stuff, visual novels, I mean, manga not so much, besides my weekly series. Well, considering how little I've read in these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. It's a literature too, why wouldn't it be? Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. I mean, there's so many fantasy novels, and I've literally like read none of them. Maybe as a kid I have. I don't know. I was definitely a fantasy over sci-fi kind of guy, but now I'm just I mean, I'll enjoy a good fantasy or sci-fi story every once in a while, but it's not something I like ever crave anymore. But I agree. If you're making a good fantasy or sci-fi world, definitely one of the hardest parts would be the actual world building, in my opinion. In the opinion of me, who has like zero level of expertise in that subject, but you know, maybe my opinion it's still my opinion. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Sounds a bit more up my alley. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? The plot twists. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Yo, my girl. You're talking to a horror fanatic. I might not have a lot of horror visual novels or video games in general under my belt, but I have so many movies. Decent amount of books, but yeah, I'm the horror guy, even though I love horror. Outside of movies, I get scared super easily. So, if you hear me yelp at something spooky coming up, enjoy it. Big Mom, dude, next time I'll find out how to hide this. I'm pretty sure there's a setting in OBS. I just never bothered to, but I'm sure you don't want to see Big Mom all popping up during a climactic scene. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. That's me, dude. When someone's talking to me and I don't really know, I'm just like, yeah, oh, that sounds nice. Yeah. I'm not very much of a conversationist IRL. Obviously online you have that little bit more of a wall to make it much more comfortable, but I'm not too social. Definitely want to improve on that. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Natsuki, it's alright. It's not for everyone. I respect it. Just because I like horror doesn't mean I don't respect people who don't like horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. You get scared easily. I can see it. It's alright. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud" and give that back. Fine, Squiddly line. Your cupcakes, your poems. She's a cute girl. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Saru slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. She did the eyes. The legendary eyes. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Personally, I'm not too much of a poem guy. I actually took a poetry class in a university. I do think I learned a lot more. And I don't hate them. I remember my crowning moment in grade 12 grade 12 creative writing, which was like my favorite class, was like a horror poem I made, and my teacher even like complimented me and said, Aiden, if you do go into creative writing in the future, I think you should pursue horror poems. That was really good. And I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I don't know about horror poems, is that like much of a thing, but yeah, poetry's alright. It's not something I actively look to read, but you know, if someone's like, hey Aiden, I got some good poems for you, I'll give it a quick read through. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I feel that. It's like someone, hey, are you writing something? It's like, yeah. It's like, oh, can I see it? No. What? Are you crazy? Reading something I actually write? I'm just writing it so I can delete it later. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Love the face. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. I wish I kept the horror poem. Maybe it's somewhere deep in the dark corners of my room. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus we have a new member. I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Aiden? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. We toured the cupcake. What are you talking about? Sorry may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lost my train of thought. Look at their stares. How can you say no? Oh, four girls stares back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm so sorry, I thought. Aiden. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Woo! One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sari wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Sorry. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Aiden, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, that was not the right. When I see that, I automatically think of rants, so I gave like a perverted. Sorry, Monica. The rant is taking over my mind. Can I really impress the class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel an anxiety welling up inside of me. Don't feel anxiety, dude. Or we can't read the game. Didn't you see the warning in the beginning? Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Aiden, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sorry and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Which one do you choose? It's hard. We got a little introduction. Like I said, I really like her design, but honestly, it's not my favorite archetype. Natsuki, well, she's my least favorite design. I mean, being least favorite doesn't mean she's not good. I think I did the design, the Satoko attitude with a little bit of tsundere in it. It's definitely cool. And these two are pretty. I mean, I might like her the best, honestly, just from personality wise. But Monica is pretty high up there too. I don't want to choose. I mean, maybe you don't have to choose, but this is the dilemma, huh? And it's like, well, whoever you choose, the other three die. And it's like, what? I don't want that to happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen like that. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? I mean, what? You're spending an hour in a literature club every day? It's not horrible. Perhaps I'll have a chance to go closer to one of these girls. Oh boy. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. What you got? It's time to write a poem? Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen to whoever with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, don't do this to me. Oh wait, okay. I thought we actually had to write a poem. That would be so embarrassing. Especially after I said I took a poem class in university. I already forgot the basics. So skirt might be these two. Philosophy would be her. Childhood would be her. Comfort could be her. Vivid, maybe her. Analysis. I actually don't know what she would like. Boop. You want to boop someone? What do you want to pitch, though? I mean, do you want to go? I don't know if I want to go for any girl. I feel like it'd be easy to single out her. I don't know how to single out her, though. Dude, made me say boop. Should I save this? This is kind of rare. Let's save it. Who knows? Maybe we'll need to come back here for our choices. Not much of a philosophy guy. I like skirts. My childhood, honestly, nothing special. Comfort, I like comfort. I like vivid. I mean, oh, she likes the vivid stuff, right? Imagination, boop, raindrops, journey, and that was... Dude, the boop. The boop is so tempting. I'm not gonna go with imagination, though. She liked it. Sensation, bunny, color, strawberry, fleece, sticky, kawaii, eternity, misfortune, Tom. No, we're writing a horror poem. Misfortune. You liked misfortune? Okay. Whoever likes the horror poem. I'm not gonna aim for someone. Whoever likes it the most, then they can have it. Cry, sing, jump, bubbles, infallible, electricity, grief, fireflies, fickle, uncanny. Dude, hit me with a fickle. Mouse, kiss, heart, sadness, vivacious. I don't even know what that is. Dark, waterfall, pain, defeat, nibble. Oh man. How edgy are we? We feel the pain. Weird choices for her. Actually, I need a washroom break, so we'll be right back. We're back. Let's do frightening. Then we'll stick with the horror theme. Friends, uncontrollable melody, jumpy papa. Hop, destiny, unstable, unending lollipop. Let's do unending. Pure, atone, dance, whistle, disoriented, bouncy, incapable, hurt, charm, special. Let's do bouncy. There you go. I knew that would go. Give her some love too. Unrequited love. It's very cursed. Let's do it. Oh, I mean, I guess that would hit her, huh? Ribbon. Ribbon gained. I wonder why Monica is not here. Guess you can't woo her. Inside together, nightgown. Aura, portrait, ambient, fluffy, embrace. Do portrait. Shiny, playground, lazy, precious, essence, death, awesome, milk, marshmallow, cute. Death. Her choices always surprise me. That she would have liked essence. Poof. She's a poofer. Crimson. Misery. Maybe we're done with that her. Tragedy. Depression. Shame. Hope. You're a weird one. Why do you like tragedy? Guess we don't know what her literature preferences is yet. Anxiety. Passion. Memories. Sugar. Kitty. Fantasy. Perfect. Let's go passion. Giggle, peace, infinite, explode, intellectual, agonizing, disown, inferno, sunset. Who's the luster? Luster's her. Disaster, unrestrained, graveyard, despise, ocean, entropy. Who's the graveyard? You? Excitement, existence, anime, nature. She's gonna be anime. Universe broken. Oh, I like me my too deep, but I like me my broken characters. Okay. Landscape, vacation, fun, time, party, promise. Let's do promise. It's a close one. I don't know who's winning. Empty, candy, shopping, flying, puppy, peaceful, happiness, disarray. She's kind of like disarray. Email, extreme. Extreme! It's a close one. We're saving this. Okay. What did we do? Well, you're gonna have to find out next episode, guys. How did we win? Who won our votes? But yeah, it's getting late. So yeah, this is Saturday. You should see a couple more than usual next week. Maybe even the week after that. We'll see. When Higurashi starts, these will be Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure you look forward to that. And feel free to leave comments and tell me, like, I don't know, who's your favorite character, what you think of the game, how do you like the playthrough so far. Obviously no spoilers, please and thank you. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe so you can get notified when another Doki Doki comes out. Who knows, I might throw a bonus episode here or there. Or if you're interested in any of the other content, again, we're doing horror games. We've done a bunch of horror RPG Maker games, and we just finished Fanbow. We have a couple visual novels. We have Higurashi. We're going to be starting the 6th arc soon, so that's pretty exciting. Say no Yuta, but you shouldn't watch. You should read it, but you shouldn't watch it here. It's too stuffed. The first playthrough, unlucky. Fault Milestone 1's fantasy. If you're a Yuri fan, check that one out. Yuri as in this character, not as Yuri as, you know. What else did we read? If My Heart Had Wings, but that got trimmed. Also, Rants is there if you're into ranchy stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you soon, and yeah, have a great day. I'm gonna have a great sleep soon. But yeah, see you later.